farm is unique. It's a totally different farm than other farms that I've seen around here.
Lavender just lends itself to being a crop of serenity.
This is a very tranquil setting. It's quiet back here, it's calm. This is where people just come and get away from everything.
The response that I've got to what I've created has been more than anything I ever imagined, that's for sure.
So beautiful, so relaxing. Henry's a really nice man, very friendly, very welcoming. It's just a beautiful day here.
My name is Dr. Henry Cabrera, and I'm the owner of Lavender Waves Farm. Here in Rhode Island, there are no other commercial lavender farms. That's kind of when I realized that I think I can create this hobby into an actual business. You can read many articles about the health benefits of lavender. They help with blood pressures. A lot of people use them for stress relief. And a lot of people use them for insomnia. When you go to the grocery store or the pharmacy, you have oils, you have candles, lotions, all that kind of stuff. When I moved here, this was just a field of hay. I had to run the tractor up and down and till this entire thing. It was all dirt. It was all dirt, and then we had to plant all the seed. When I was figuring out how to design the whole thing, it just occurred to me to put a gazebo in the middle and then have all the rows of lavender meet right in the center. And that's what we did. One of the most frequent questions I get is, why did you pick lavender? I get that question all the time. So lavender is an incredible crop that is a perennial. So that means that it comes back every year. So I do this one time, and now I'm gonna have lavender here for many, many years to come. These plants should live for about 10 to 15 years. So there's 4,000 lavender plants here. And lavender is super easy to maintain. Lavender is a Mediterranean plant, which means that it loves weather like this, full sun. They're a relatively dry plant. They don't like moisture, they don't like water. So I don't even have an irrigation system out here. And now I'm off to my day job as an anesthesiologist. In medicine, I've already figured that one out. I've been doing that for about 12 years now. I've been an anesthesiologist, so I've already figured that one out. I know how to do that. You get a different perspective when you talk to people that know me from the medical side, and they're always amazed. The first question I always get from everybody is, how do you do it? This was not something that I created on my own, and in order to do it, I've had to hire people from the very get-go. I've had my family here. The teamwork aspect of it has been important. Now we're going to take this to the guy. Rebecca has been here from the very beginning. She's had to endure all of my crazy ideas.
We kind of just learned as we go. You know, looked into some YouTube videos, we read a lot. It's like hours of work. I work in an emergency room, actually the second busiest in Massachusetts. And I'm a crisis clinician, and it's hectic. Hundreds of people a day coming through there. And this is kind of my way to unwind and relax.
Having Albert around now is a great source of comfort for me because I know that I can rely on him wholeheartedly.
I met Henry when he was about 14 years old. Henry's like a brother to me, like a little baby brother. Sometimes he'll ask me things and I give him some advice. I don't know if he takes it, but he hears me out and he tells me his little things and I hear him out. But we work it out.
My parents have been wonderful. Ever since they moved up from Miami, my mom takes care of, you know, the Airbnb, the farm suite up there. And then my dad, quite frankly, he loves being out here on the farm.
I retired December the 9th, 2016 from my position at the bank. I was a vice president at that time. We moved up here December 16, 2016. I mean, a few days after I retired, we just moved up here.
This takes me back to my childhood when I used to visit my grandfather in Cuba's farm. It brings back a lot of memories. This is my father when I was only a few months old, and I was born in 1952. And as you can see, look at the cars.
This is me when I came from Cuba.
This is my grandfather, who used to have a farm in Pinar del Rio, Cuba. He used to grow tobacco. He had 2 tobacco making companies.
This is my dad, Ernesto Cintaro, and Henry when he was little. My dad left Cuba in 1962, and they used to have like over 1,000 acres, vast farm that he used to manage. And when Castro regime came, they took over everything, and my father just left Cuba.
I'm sure it is in my blood. My grandfather used to love the farm. I remember him telling, me stories about it. I do often think, where would I be right now if it weren't for the Castro regime? Because I would probably be in Cuba, maybe managing some big tobacco plantation.
They have to be trimmed anyway going into winter.
Right. This variety is called Vera, and it has a very nice oil content. This particular variety of lavender is one of my favorite. It is the darkest flower that I have here on the farm, and it'll maintain that dark purple color for months and months. We have a llama and a donkey. You'll meet the donkey in a few minutes. We're gonna walk. A lot of people ask me, what do I do with the animals? And quite frankly, I just love the animals. All the birds that we chose, they're either very unique or they're a friendly breed of birds. Gold lace Brahmas. So as you can see, they're black and gold colored. The guinea hens, they do fly out of the enclosure and they go eat ticks and they keep the tick population down. Charlie, have you found any ticks on you this year? Here? No ticks, see? No ticks. That's my one white peacock. And again, I got the birds because they're unique. I have pilgrim geese. I picked them because they're a friendly breed of geese. These are our babydoll sheep. These are all alpacas. And then the one over there with Rebecca is our llama. This is Dolly Llama. She's very sweet. We've had her for quite a while now. And we have Diego because, so him and Dolly are our guards, and donkeys make very, very good guards. They'll kick and they'll bite. They're very territorial. I spotted a bobcat here on one of our cameras around the farm. And once I saw the bobcat, I said, oh boy, we need another guard. I don't know if Dolly can go up against a bobcat on her own. So that's when we went and got Diego. I'm telling you right now, if you put her in the video, she will be your most popular asset in the video. Good girl. She gets more likes and more mentions. Every time there's a review, Minnie is in the review. She grew up around the birds, she grew up around the animals, and she has truly become a farm dog, and her color is so unique. She's a Harlequin Great Dane. She's got 2 different color eyes, and her personality is just to die for. Not only is she very sweet, she's a people person.
See, that's just all honey in there.
The bees were a natural extension to a lavender farm. In this particular case, they help to pollinate the flowers, and then the honey that they produce creates lavender flavored honey. So that's another thing that's in high demand. So that's yet another revenue source. It's another piece of the puzzle. That farm suite behind me is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath suite, and it's elevated. It's on the 2nd floor, so it has a direct view of the lavender field. Inside the farm suite, I call it luxuriously rustic. I wanted it to be a place of luxury and yet a rural, rustic place that people could enjoy. Probably the most unique feature in this suite are the sinks that are in the bathroom. They're amethyst geode sinks from Estonia, actually. Because it is a lavender farm, I try to take subtle hints of purple. This coffee table was in the possession of a family for about 80 years. The guy was very crafty. So he got their 80-year-old slab of wood and their antique wheelbarrow that used to belong to their grandmother, and he made this incredible piece of furniture that you see here. Another piece of sort of history here that reminds you that you're on a farm. Whether it's bringing some guests in to stay at the suite or to get people here to purchase the lavender and enjoy it, the lavender was the engine of it all. The flowers that you guys are going to cut today, very different. They're extremely valuable, much more valuable than all those other flowers. At least I'll argue. I would love to be able to offer folks of the community a place to come and just quietly enjoy the space and have their meetings if they want to, or their get-togethers, whatever it may be, in a very safe environment. I wanted people to experience the sort of same luxuriously rustic environment that I experience on a daily basis by living here. If they say that it was beautiful, it was relaxing, and they had no idea that something like this existed, I'm totally happy.